Thank you for taking the time. Today's topic is cool tools for engaging today's agriculture students. So to get started here, what we're going to be discussing today is we'll be exploring our new animal and plant science learning aids. We'll then be digging into our agriculture curriculum, learning how educators are using these tools that we're going to be talking about today. And then we also have a little special sneak peek for you into a few new learning aids that we're developing. So want to give you that time then again at the end for questions and answers. So if you have some of those questions, please feel free to put them in the chat section or wait until that time, and I will be glad to help answer any of those questions at that time. So just to give us a little understanding about Realityworks, we are a company that is deep into career and technical education. We have about 67% of school districts in the United States using our products in their classrooms, in their school districts. About 90 countries worldwide, so we are an international company as well as a domestic company, with about 31,000 institutes using our product. And we believe we've served over 6 million students use of our products. So our connection to education, we really would call ourselves an education partner, where we do over 100 education trade shows. That's our best way of really getting to see and talk and understand what the needs of our educators are, what the needs of our CT directors are, what the needs of our ag instructors are. We also are on different boards, including the Association for Career and Technical Education and also the Workforce Needs Council. So some focus that we really have in all of our products are really trying to bring hardware, software, or any type of learning aid to our educators and to the students, giving them a better understanding of different ways to learn using different curriculum and also learning aids. So we hit on a lot of different areas, from family consumer science classes, health science, agriculture, and then we also have welding and skills training. Today, though, we're really going to talk to you about really the area of agriculture, looking at different products in the agriculture and really tools that we have brought out that can really help your students. So really thank you for taking the time to join us today as we move through here. So I want to just talk a little bit about education, what I call education rethinking. One of the things that with practical teaching in today's day and age, we have to look at how are students learning. And so one of the things we found is that about 50% or half of our brain focuses on processing visual information. So what we see as much as what we read or what is being told to us. But it's really about that visual representation. So when we talk about hands-on learning, when we talk about learning aids, this really gets to about half of what our brain is doing at any given time. At the same time, we process visuals much faster than we do text. So although students do a lot of reading, it really is that process of that visual about 60,000 times faster. In that sense, we can understand it and get that knowledge from visual learning as well as from any other type of learning. Also, at the same time, we have issues that we have to work with our students and ourselves. We forget about 90% of what we learn in a month. Most of us, 90% of what we've learned, we can lose in as quick as within an hour's worth of time. And so within a month's time, we'll forget what we learned last month. And so our students really, what are the things that we're doing to help our students grasp on and not lose 90% of what they learned last month? What are the ways that we can help them? And we believe that through learning aids, giving them visual understanding and then also hands-on learning, we can curb that to help them more. And then finally, 6 transitions. Getting and keeping the attention of students is critical, especially in today's day and age, as students are becoming more and more or less and less focused with smartphones and other things just grabbing at their attention. How do we keep transitional learning within the classroom? How do we move from one transition to another, keeping their understanding, keeping their interest, engaging our students so they stay with us, so they get that key learning that we're really looking for? And we found that through using our curriculum, through using our products, we can help transition and teachers transition from one topic to the next while keeping that learning and engagement there. So I want to take a good chunk of the time today just talking about some of our animal and plant science models, really giving you an overview of what they are, and then we'll go into some of our curriculum, and then we'll do a little sneak peek at new products that we have. But want to also talk, as we go through each one, how teachers are using them. What's the best way that they're seeing and using them? So we're going to start with our cow here. Claire is our cow that we have. Our cow model here has removable features, both internal and external. Anatomy of the cow is presented there. And one of the things with our cow here is that the ability for students to get that hands-on learning, to actually take the animal apart, be able to remove the animal and then open it up, see the insides of it, what's actually happening, what's going on inside. We then have our pig, Priscilla here. Again, this is an animal that comes apart cross-sectionally, and so you can take the whole animal apart, and inside has different features, including all the different reproductive organs, the digestive systems, and also the nervous system, all there for you to be able to see. So there's removable parts there for you. Now, both of these come with different posters that come with our pork and beef cut posters, giving a view of the different parts of the animal that are basically for meat cuts. And so we work with not only using the animal, but also have other options for you to be able to see and use in the classroom. Now, what I would like to do here is I'd like to take a moment here and share my video with you so you can actually see one of our products that I just talked about. Now, this is Hattie, and this is our horse here sitting next to me. And I want to just show you a little bit about her and kind of open her up so you can actually see what's going on. Now, one of the things that we do and why we put names to these animals is because that's what our teachers are doing. One of the pieces is to bring that into your own students and have them kind of gain ownership. And so call these animals, give them names, give them a part of your classroom, so then students are becoming aware of who they are and what they're all about. So I want to open this up here for us, just so you can see. So like our cow and pig that I just showed, we also have here our horse opens up. And so with this, you actually can take off the outer piece of the horse, be able to see the different muscle systems, the tendons in the legs, the joints, and how the outer view of the horse really is. And then if I set that down here, inside of our horse, we have the different parts of our horse here. We have the lung, right? We have the heart. In this case, it opens up. So then students can actually go inside and see the arteries and the veins and how they actually work together. It is to the proportion of sizing is how it should be, so they can see how big, in this case here, how big the lung is of the horse compared to the rest of the organs. And what does that mean? What are the different systems? Why is that important? What's happening there? We have the spleen, we have the different parts of it. I'm going to take out a few parts here because we also have the stomach, where they can actually see how the stomach works, how it works within the other systems of the animal. You can actually open it up and be able to show the different textures and the linings, and okay, here's how it goes through, and then where is different issues that could come up in the digestive system. What are the problems that a horse has? What is going on in the systems within there? We also have in here, and it is so you can see is you can actually open up and see the reproductive tract, be able to see how the reproductive tract works, what's involved there, where are the different landmarks for things, maybe insemination or things of that nature. So our horse here then is a model that can then have all the parts be put back together and then actually be here. So it's a demonstration type piece. Students can actually touch and feel, hold on, and use this as they see needed. So kind of just giving a little bit of a visual there for you So you can see our horse, but at the same time, our cow and our pig here are the same thing, where they open up, they show the different parts, they show all the systems together. They include the major parts where you can actually take apart and be able to see the different pieces there together. Now we also have our chicken model. Our chicken model is the same thing, where you can take that apart, be able to see how the different systems work together, see where the egg is located and what is all involved with the parts of the chicken and how that all works. Now at the same time here, we break it down into smaller parts as well. One of the things that we have is we have different model systems. So in this case, we actually have digestive models for our cow ruminant system, for our horse stomach, and then also for a pig stomach. These are products that are on stands. They sit on stands. And so if it's something where you want to be able to have all the system together, you can show all the system together with our large animal models. But if you want to get really very specific and kind of granular into individual parts of our models, you can just have the digestive system products here. You can just show the cow ruminant. Again, this opens up. You can see the different textures. You can see the honeycomb texture inside of the stomach. You can see the ruminant, excuse me. You can see the different parts of the landmarks in the horse stomach and the pig stomach. So you have all that information for you. And it's a life-size version, but it is just focusing on one system instead of all the systems combined in the large. Now we also have that in our reproductive models. We have uterus models here for cow, horse, and pig as well. These are life-size models that come on a nice display stand where you can actually show all the different features of the reproductive system for a female animal here. And so it goes through and shows not only the uterine horns, but it also has cutaway areas. So you can actually look inside and see what the areas are, as well as a place where you can see where the development for pregnancy testing and for understanding of where the development of the animals actually happen. So all of those are part of our uterus models as well. So we have both digestive models, and we also have reproductive models that we show and bring for you as well. Now, I want to jump to the plant science side. So we have our models in the animal science side. We also have plant science. Plant science kit is an actual kit, and this is a teacher kit that comes all bundled together with a plant science curriculum, flashcards, and then models, in this case a leaf structure and a plant cell, as well as posters, all bundled together where it gives you point by point of how to actually go about doing the lessons. Now, one thing, let me back up here. All of our other models here, digestive models, and then all of our animals, they also come with a curriculum as well. And we'll be talking about that a little later. But the uniqueness here is plant science is really focusing in on just the basic concepts and the main concepts of plant science beginning. Now we also have die-cut flower model, allowing you to have an actual real-life replica of a die-cut flower, allowing you to actually do a close-up showing and be able to kind of have a cutaway of what's happening with a die-cut flower. And then we also have it in the stem as well. So this is an oversized plant stem model that allows you to gain access into the inside of a stem and what's working, what's involved in the stem of a plant. So these are different models for you to actually use as well. Now, let's talk a little bit about the curriculum, because as I said, each of the models actually comes with its own curriculum as well. Now, it's just a little harder to see because it's a smaller version, but I'll get in depth here in a second. But we have all of our cow, horse, pig, chicken, and then also plant science models, all having different curriculum, all having focuses on anatomy features, some focusing more in the sense of all the systems, and then for individual type systems, really focusing in. So just to give you an example, our plant science curriculum is made up of 7 lessons. It starts with an introduction to plant science. It moves into plant cells and then gets into leaves, roots, and stems, flowering plants, and then plant identification. Those are the first 5 lessons before it jumps into really kind of the understanding of photosynthesis, respiration, transpiration. So it gives all those pieces all laid out for you in an online sort of manner for you to have, and it comes with worksheets and posters and really kind of a very nice curriculum that lays out day by day or lesson by lesson what you're going to be doing. Now, the other piece that has in the plant sciences, it also comes with a career exploration, looking at different types of exploration for careers in the plant science world. And so that's another piece that you can not just talk about the plant science world itself, but also career-based learning in the sense of where you could actually get, what type of careers you could get in the plant science world. Now, I've broken down a little bit here the large animal models, and I just brought and want to show you our 3 large animals: cow model, horse model, and pig model. In this case, all of them are about 3-hour curriculum, depending on if you use a 45-minute class or a 60-minute class. It's a little bit longer if you have 45-minute classes, but basically what we have done is each one of them has 3 lessons. They have presentation slides, and then their topics range from for the anatomy, and then they talk about digestive systems, and then also reproductive systems. So it's broken down into overall anatomy, and then broken down into more individualized lessons there. And just to give you an overview of all of our curriculum, kind of all of the curriculum that we have kind of has the same type of sequence here, where we have teacher guides, we have PowerPoint slides, we have student activities that students actually do. We also have things like student assessments and quizzes and work and exams. And then we also have answer keys as well that gives you, the teacher, the ability to be able to quickly make sure you are assessing and doing different types of assessment, both formal and informal assessment for the students. So all of our curriculum comes with these different types of, from our PowerPoint slides giving you nice crisp pictures and a walkthrough learning opportunity. In this case, you can see it's focusing on the stomach of the horse stomach, and so it gives you pictures, it gives you all the information you need, as well as a teacher guide. And then we also have different types of quizzes and exams based on each animal as well. So why all of this? This is what really comes, is what engagement can really look like with our products here. All of our products, the reason we do this, and kind of to give you some how our teachers are doing it, is I broke it down into what we call the 4 C's of engagement. We have competition, connection, curiosity, and choice. And so I'm just going to kind of go through each one. In this case, competition, really the mastery through participation and practice. We have seen students have to use these products to be able to actually take apart the different systems, put the systems back together, name the systems, be able to label the systems, be able to know how to, and they do it in competition type modes, allowing for a creative way to entice development and motivation, where as you learn the different systems or what is important within the system, you start to get a competitive edge going, and allowing students to be able to use kind of like a timed assessment to be able to see, are they understanding, are they learning, do they know how it all works together? When you bring competition into it, it then becomes sometimes more of a game, more of an enticing development opportunity for students to be able to then learn the needed material, but doing it in a fun or in a different way than just the normal. And so this allows them to engage themselves and not even sometimes realize that they're engaging themselves and learning in the enticement phase of that. The next one is connections, understanding of the systems I'm connected with. So seeing and doing. We hear all the time that less and less students are being able to, or are coming from, in agriculture classes are coming from the farm, but they still have a big interest in agriculture and different classes within ag education. So one of the things that they want to do is get that connection of seeing and doing. So, yep, you can do videos, you can do PowerPoint slides, you can do those things, but to actually see and feel. And our models allow that student to be able to do that, to be able to open up the animal and see the insides without formaldehyde, without different types of having to dissect and then removal of those products, or even, you know, because they are something that you have to throw away. Our products can be used over and over again, and students want that connection. They want to see how this applies to my world in the future. And so in their world, by using our models, they can actually open up, be able to see each different part of the product that we have, and each model that we have, be able to see how the systems work together, and then apply it to how does that work in my world, and sometimes how am I related or not related to that in my own body and form as well. So connections is very important. Another one is curiosity. To provoke, inquire, investigation and reflection, to really bring about this idea of, okay, curiosity. And what we've seen with our products is, as teachers use our products, as they set the animals on the table and let students start to open them up, start to look at the different features, they ask and they become very curious on more questions of why is this the case, and how does this work, and what is this, and what are the connections between the two. And so it allows students to become very reflective, very basically explorative in how does this work, how do these systems work, and why is this important to me. So really questioning of how does this drive my understanding and unlocking new questions. By students being able to have hands-on learning by using our products, they start to ask more in-depth questions. They start to look at the world a little different. Now, you can do that by talking about different animals. You can do that by talking about different plants. But being able to have that model, being able to hands-on, to be able, will bring about new thoughts and new questions, and really engage curiosity in your classroom. And then finally, choice. Explore content in ways that best work for student learning. In our case, we have all these models, but we also have them in different packages. We have different packages like our barnyard package, where you can buy horse, cow, pig, chicken all together. You can buy different digestive models. You can do a lot of, so students can actually start to explore not just one system, but they can start looking at the difference. What's the difference between the cow and the pig? What's more like a human? What's less like a human? Why is one digestive system different than the other? You can create opportunities for that self-expression and leadership to find unique outcomes to challenging questions. So as you talk about different features of the animals and different systems, okay, let's start working on what does this mean? How do we answer the questions that we're looking for? What are some ways we can do that? And so choice brings that into that world. So with that being said, really want to then just kind of take a moment here to talk about some new products that we have. Now, not only do we have all of our products here that we have brought out, we have horse, cow, pig, we have the animals, we have the digestion and the reproductive products, but we are bringing out some new products. All of these products are things that we are bringing out because you, the educator, are saying, hey, we need something like this to teach better. We need things to actually help in our classroom. So I brought a few in today, and these are all products that we're bringing out in 2018. So you can buy what we just walked through there, but we also have new products coming out in 2018. One of them here is talking to educators. They talk a lot about the skeletal system. And so this is our large dog skeletal system here, showing all the different skeletal parts of a large dog. We also have a small dog. We also have a cat. So really getting into the vet tech science or vet tech or vet science area, allowing you to have all of the animal anatomy and of the skeleton here within that, allowing you actually even a movable mouth. Allowing for you to be able to see the jaw and see the teeth and how that all works together for the animal. So this is a hard plastic replica that is coming out here. Our pricing for this is $4.99. And so one of the things that we've heard is we want the skeletal models as well to be able to show and use that. Now, one thing a little different that we have coming out is we have been asked about small animals and our companion animals. And so one of the things we have, and you can see the size difference here, is what we brought out is a tabletop or a smaller version of a dog. This is a German Shepherd dog here, but it's a small version, so it can be a tabletop you can bring and put right into your classroom, and it has all the removable parts here as well. So everything is a removable piece here, just like our other animals, but it is our dog, and it is a tabletop model, so it fits really nicely right in. So I put it back here together. It fits really nicely into your classroom. Students can actually put them on their desk. They can use them. You can use it as demonstration pieces, but it's actually a tabletop model of our dog. We also have cat and rabbit coming out in this version too. All same size here. The cat is actually, because of the size of the cat, is actually a life-size version of cat. This again is not a life-size that, but then our rabbit and our fish models are life-size as well. We also are bringing out a goat model, which will be a life-size model of the goat. And then we also are bringing some of our smaller ones. So just like we had in that we've already talked about with our digestive system and our reproductive system, we're also bringing out models of our different kidneys and our urinary system. So we have the urinary system. If you're also interested in wanting to know about that and get models of that, we also are bringing out individual models, just like our digestive tracts and our reproductive tracts. So we also are doing kidneys in that world as well. So we have different models that are coming out. We're bringing out a lot of different new products as well for you to be able to use within your classroom. And really, again, just looking at these new models that are coming out, we're always looking and trying to bring what our teachers are asking for, what our educators are asking for. So we're really bringing forward those different things. And it really comes down to this model of tell me and I'll forget, show me and I may remember, involve me and I will learn. And that's what we really want to do, is bring in different products. And we've listened to you, the educator, and we're always continuing to ask the question of what else do you need? What are things that we can bring in that will help through learning aids? So lastly here, just to kind of remind us all that agriculture is the most healthful, most useful, most noble employment of man. And so I thank you for being part of the CT world. I thank you for being part of agriculture and helping in that world, and really want to help continue to bring about products that are helpful and cool to the students, useful to the teacher, and engaging to all. That's what we really are looking for. So with a few minutes left, I'm going to see if we have any questions, but it doesn't look like there's any questions right now. Something just to remind you all is that you can find our products at realityworks.com. You can email us as well for more information. And we also have a toll-free number at 800-830-1416 that you can call us if you have any other questions. We'll also be emailing this, so if you need this for anything or you have other questions, feel free to call and we will be happy to help you. So one of the questions that is coming in is, what is the grade level for your curriculum designed for? So our curriculum is designed, actually all created by actually Wisconsin. We're from Wisconsin. Our headquarters here in Wisconsin. We had the Wisconsin Ag Teacher of the Year create our curriculums and work side by side with us for 2016 last year, help us with all of our curriculums. And so it is at a high school level to probably your first year tech college level. So it is at a high school level in that world. Now, sometimes we have teachers who will use it in the middle school as well. A lot of times they may modify a little bit, and it's easy to modify as well. But yes, it's a high school to just probably a first year tech school level curriculum wise. So let's see here. So that is the only question I see. Thank you so much. I want to be respectful of your time. So if you do have other questions, be happy and be happy to answer those questions for you as you see fit. But we also go to our website or call us or get information from us, as we would be happy to help you in your needs for your school. So thank you for the time and have a great day.